What if everything you've been searching for wasn't out there, but waiting somewhere? Have you been trained to ignore? This is the final episode, 20 episodes. One question. When you think about God, or meaning, or something deeper than yourself, is there something real there? We've explored that question through the work of Carl Jung, through the shadow, the unconscious, the archetypes, the idea of individuation. But now, we stop analyzing, and we ask something simpler. What does any of this mean for your life? Right now, the world you're living in, you live in a world that never stops talking. A world designed to keep your attention, but never give you silence. Your phone, your feed, your notifications, all competing for one thing, your awareness. And slowly, something gets lost. Your inner life. There was a time when people had structures for that. Rituals, prayer, silence, community, ways of staying connected to something deeper. But for many people today, that structure is gone, or worse, it's still there, but empty. The words remain, the meaning fades, and you're left with a question: where do I go now? Jung saw this coming, and he offered something, not as a replacement for religion, but as a way to navigate without it. 5 things Jung gives you. 1. Permission. Permission to take your inner life seriously. In a world that rewards productivity, performance, appearance, looking inward feels unproductive. But Jung said something radical. Your inner life is not a distraction, it's the foundation. Because if you don't know yourself, you don't fully show up anywhere else. Not in your work, not in your relationships, not even in your own thoughts. 2. A map of darkness. Everyone experiences collapse, moments where things fall apart, where you don't recognize yourself anymore, and without a framework, that feels like failure. But Jung saw it differently. What feels like the end may be a transformation, a necessary breakdown before something new can emerge. Not comfort, but meaning. 3. A language for the sacred. Sometimes, something happens to you that you can't explain. A moment of beauty, a dream that feels more real than waking. A sudden sense that you're not alone, and you don't have words for it. Jung gives you language, the archetype, the numinous, the self, not beliefs, descriptions, ways to speak about what you've experienced without needing doctrine. 4. Understanding the shadow. There are things about other people that trigger you instantly. Certain traits, certain behaviors, certain groups. Jung would ask, why that? Because often, what you reject in others is something you haven't faced in yourself. This is the shadow, and recognizing it can interrupt something dangerous. Projection, the cycle that turns inner conflict into outer hostility. 5. A life that is yours. Most people live a version of life they were shaped into, not chosen, performed. Jung called this the persona, but beneath it, there's something else, a deeper self, and the process of becoming that he called individuation. The question is simple: are you living your life, or someone else's version of it? What Jung cannot give you, and this matters, because no framework is complete. Jung cannot give you community. The inner journey is personal, but human life is shared. We need others, not just ideas. Jung cannot give you grace. Some experiences don't come from effort. They arrive unexpected, uncontrolled, like something given, and Jung struggles to explain that. And finally, Jung cannot answer this. Is there something beyond the psyche? Is the inner world the whole story, or is it pointing to something beyond itself? That question remains open, but an open question does not mean an empty life. You can live deeply without having everything resolved. The invitation. So, here it is. Not a conclusion, an invitation. Pay attention to your dreams, to the people you judge most quickly, to the parts of yourself you keep avoiding, to the moments when something breaks through, in music, in silence, in pain, in beauty. Moments where everything feels more real. Jung spent his life paying attention to those moments, and what he found was this. You are not just the version of yourself you perform every day. You are something deeper, something larger, and becoming that is not optional. It's the point. Looking back 20 episodes. 1. Journey. Not to give you answers, but to give you a way of seeing, a way of paying attention to your own depth. Carefully, honestly, without denying it, without pretending to fully understand it. Closing. If you've been here from the beginning, thank you. Not for watching, for thinking, for engaging with ideas that are not easy. This series ends, but the question doesn't. So I'll leave you with this. What is the one idea from this entire journey that stayed with you? The one that changed something? The one that's still alive right now? Tell me. Subscribe to Empire of the Mind if you want to continue exploring, because this is not the end, just the end of this chapter, and the beginning of something deeper. The inner life is real, the depth is there, and the journey toward it is worth everything it costs.